Intro. Hey there, tech enthusiasts. Welcome back to Code and Convo, where we dive into the latest and greatest in the world of technology. I'm your host, Your Name, and today we're exploring a topic that's buzzing in every coder's ear: the future of AI in. I will show you exactly how to create this AI podcast with OpenAI and 11 Labs. So let's get started. Alright, let's build this. First, create a folder and open it in the VS Code. Then create .env file, and I am showing you this example. So you will have three keys: one for OpenAI, and second for 11 Labs API key and voice ID. So go to let's first check out the OpenAI. So go to OpenAI, add credits, and then you can get the API keys, and here you can copy the keys. Okay, then for the second keys, go to 11labs.io, and once you sign up and add credits, go to developers. So if you scroll down, go to developers and then API keys and create a new API key, and make sure to give the all access so you won't face any problem later. Okay, so once you copy this key, add your key here, and then you need to add your favorite voice ID. So to do that, you can again go to voices and choose your voice and copy their ID. Okay, copy voice ID. Okay, so next thing is, so we will initialize our project with UV in it, so it will make easier to run the project. Okay, and we will just make sure it is configured correctly. UV run main.py. Okay, it should print hello from AI.podcast. Okay, because that's the code in it. Now let's comment that, let's close this, and let's start writing our code. So overall flow is basically we will generate the script with OpenAI, and then we will send that script to 11 Labs and get the audio. So that's it. Okay, 2 steps. So let's write that: import OS, then from .env, import .env. Let me just turn off this okay, from OpenAI, import OpenAI, and then from 11 Labs, import 11 Labs. Okay, so another thing is, once you have the UV in it, right, you will also need to install those packages, right, because we are importing it. So type UV add OpenAI 11 Labs and python.env, so it will add those packages. Okay, so let's clear this. Let's resume our writing code. So the next thing is from pathlib, import path load.env. So we'll call this, so all the env variables will be available here. Yeah, that's why. The next is we will initialize the clients for OpenAI and 11 Labs. So OpenAI client equal to OpenAI, and API key equal to os dot get env. We will keep the name whatever we have given. So OpenAI API key. Make sure to save your API keys in the .env, right? Since I have my real keys here, that's why I'm showing only .env.example. So this one. Then next is 11 client, 11 Labs client. So I will call the 11 Labs here, and then pass API key equal to os dot get env, and similarly I've saved it as 11 Labs API key. Okay, and then also for voice underscore id equal to os dot get env 11 labs voice id. So copy that variable and paste. Okay, now the next thing is we'll create one function, def generate podcast script, and we'll pass the topic here, so it will generate on that topic. Okay, then I will just add print for our reference. So asking OpenAI to write script. Okay, and we'll pass the topic here on. All right, so there is space here actually. Okay, so next is prompt. So we'll write prompt f triple quotes you are a podcast host. Okay, wait, let's clear this. You are a podcast host. Write a short 1 minute. It can be any longer, but since this is tutorial, that's why I'm writing 1 minute podcast monologue about following topic, and I will pass the topic here. Okay, so and I will also write do not include sound effects or music cues, just spoken words. Okay, so we'll get the raw podcast data, right? That's why. Then we'll store the response from the AI. So response equal to OpenAI client dot chat dot completions dot create and model. So for this we will use GPT-4o mini. So we have lots of models, right? Yeah, this one. And so here the syntax is messages for the role. System, and content will be you are a professional podcast script writer. Okay, and the second object is role user, and here we will pass our prompt. And content prompt is basically what we are asking for, which we declared earlier in here, right? And we will also set the temperature. Temperature is basically the lower the value, the longer it will take. So it will basically think and then response. Okay, the script equal to response dot choices dot message dot content and print script generated. Okay, and we'll also print the script, return script. Okay, so let's just test this much now, see if it is working or not. So if name underscore equal to underscore main underscore colon, this should be double equal here. Then we'll define dynamic podcast topic. So podcast topic, it can be anything, let's say future of AI. Yep. So first we will get the script. So script equal to our function generate podcast script, and we'll pass the topic here, podcast topic, and we'll just add message here to see that generated script. Print script. Okay, so let's save this much, let's run it. UV run, where was that command? UV run main.py. Okay, asking OpenAI to write script on future of AI, and here is our generated script. Welcome to another episode of Tech Tomorrow. Today we are diving into etc. Okay, so okay, this much is working. Now let's work on second step of our code. Now second step is to generate the audio from that text script. Now we'll define function def generate podcast audio. We'll pass the script here and output file name, and by default we'll just call it podcast episode. Yeah, episode dot mp3. If the user doesn't pass anything, it will use this one. Okay, now we'll write this function. For debugging purpose, I will write print. Yeah, sending script to 11 labs. Okay, now we will generate audio using the 11 labs client. So here audio stream equal to 11 labs client, which we declared at the top, and we'll call the function text to speech. Yeah, dot convert, and we'll pass here text equal to the script which we generated with the AI, and then voice ID, which we have imported at the top, right? Voice ID. And next is model ID. So here we are going to use 11 labs multilingual underscore v2. Okay, and it will save it as output format mp3 400 120 okay bitrate. Okay, now let's save this. Now we need to save the audio file using Python built-in path. So output underscore path equal to path output file name. Okay, and with open output path WP adds yep. So for chunk in audio stream, if chunk f dot write chunk, okay, and we'll write print here for debugging. Podcast saved. Okay, so let's save this, and in here we need to call this as well. So first we generate the script and then we call the function to generate audio. So generate podcast audio, you pass the script here. Okay, let's save this and run it. So there is an audio file here on left hand side. Okay, so it is being generated, so it is writing chunk by chunk. Yeah, so as we get audio streams from 11 labs, it starts writing it in the output file name, basically this file podcast episode mp3. So if I click on it, it is generated like welcome to podcast. Okay,
welcome to the podcast. Today we're diving into a topic that's capturing the imagination of scientists, technologists.
Okay, so it is complete, I guess.
But what we want it to do